Bum 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 bum. The Peter Uncertainty Show. Bum 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 bum. All right, happy Pride Month. I have a little bit of conflict in my romantic life, if you will. I got two different kinds of relationships going on, and without going into detail, let's talk about the pros and cons of each side. On one side, I really enjoy this particular relationship. It's very liberating. I don't have to. We don't have to meet in the middle anywhere, and I actually do enjoy the love life that I have on this side of things. The problem is that my partner and I get sick together, we run into conflicts together, we lose jobs together, we start jobs together, and it makes everything twice as volatile, right? So for example, 2 weeks ago, I went shopping for a car, and so the weather was not very friendly that day. Just walking to the car dealership, my car had died, the engine had seized. Just walking from the repair shop where my car was towed to the dealership, and navigating everything. Don't forget, I also keep a lot of things in my car because I live with roommates, and it would have been nice to have a second set of hands to deal with that, right? Let's just put it that way. Not only that, but I learned that here in Phoenix, and perhaps in the United States in general, the community at large can be very hostile, no matter what you're going through, right? Whether it's your car breaking down, you just lost your job, you just got into a sticky situation. Oh my God, you could be standing next to somebody who you can tell they're just having all the wrong cards, and it's pretty normal to be hostile to them, and still hold them to the line. So, for example, while moving everything from my old car to the new one, I needed to go wash my hands. The dealership had already closed, and I went to a nearby McDonald's, and the manager there was very hostile to me. He probably assumed that I had up to no good. You know, I don't know this neighborhood, so it's hard to tell. But still, he could have started by inquiring what was going on, and he probably would have figured out in 2 sentences that I was just in the process of replacing my car, right? And but he refused to do that. Okay, that's on one side of it. On the other side of my love life, I have a lot of. Well, we live in the United States, right, where most people have to juggle two jobs just to not make ends meet, and some people also have to go to school to hopefully improve that situation. And so there's not a whole lot of. It's very hard to coordinate time together, get to know each other better. And so, as if that wasn't bad enough, some people are very shy about telling you the real truth, right? And so, for example, I've been dying to know. A lot of times, I go to various social events, meetup groups, and it's like I'm invisible. Give you an idea. I was recently at an Asian American meetup group. And while I'm talking to this group, it might be 7, 8 people. While I'm talking to this group, I know they're going to interrupt. They've already interrupted me multiple times in times past. So when I have a juicy story to tell, like how I went car shopping and got hostility at the McDonald's, in my mind, I have to think, how do I arrange that story so that I don't, or if I do get cut off, it's not going to sound weird, right? So, for example, instead of a juicy story might be told like this normally, but I have to tell it like this. And because I don't know when that story is going to end, right? It's very frustrating when you have to speak like that. It really is. Imagine next month I'm going to be presenting a paper on AI for the game of Scrabble. Imagine going to a conference like that, not knowing how long that presentation is going to be, right? You could be cut off at 20 minutes, you could be cut off at 10 minutes, you could be cut off after 2 sentences, and you have to make sure that no matter where you get cut off, that talk is going to sound right. Imagine having to arrange a talk like that. That's my social life in a nutshell. And it really drains energy when you have to think like that. It really does. Maybe one of these days I'll host a conference that's like, you don't know how, it's a random amount of time that each presenter gets, and you have to stop. And you have to make sure you arrange your paper so that no matter where you stop, it doesn't sound off, right? I need to host a conference like that just to get people to understand this concept. I really do. But anyway, we live in a world where it's very hard to coordinate time together because of all of the hostilities here in the United States. And God, I'm torn in kind of a lover's triangle because of this, right? I really, between the two of these, if I had it my way, I'd choose the first one. But unfortunately, the concept that both of us are going to get sick together and lose jobs together and lose family members together, and that's just a little bit too much, right? Ideally, I could have the first kind of relationship, but have a community that's supporting of it, right? That's why I'm thinking of moving to Taiwan. I could probably do that over there, right? So much for our fake pride here in the United States, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum.